beautiful designers and fashion professionals. You are watching Ask Fabula, where we answer your fashion, branding, and business questions without all that fluff. So are you ready to dive in? Remember, if you have questions, you can ask us at branding@fashionisabusiness.com. So we're going to just get right into it. We have a designer from Canada. Bonjour, hello. And she's asking about fashion shows. So if you are a new designer and or even an emerging designer, or just if you've been working for many, many years, this question might have come up in your mind as well. Now, remember, these questions are anonymous, and so anonymous into the sense that I don't say who the designer is. So by any chance, do not feel like I am directly talking to you or to a group of people. These are all my opinions and based on my experience and my successes. And even if I've messed up in the industry or if I've done well, these are things directly through my opinion. And of course, everyone is entitled to their opinion. So please don't take anything personal, but I do not fluff and I do keep it real. So don't feel offended by it. It's just fabulous. So she says, I'm a designer. I've been designing for a couple of years now. I have a new children's line and I have been proposed to showcase at a fashion show in New York City during Fashion Week. Go girl. However, I'm a little bit scared because the price is out of my budget. Indeed, it is $5,000 to participate. However, they are guaranteeing me lots of press, buyers, and what did she say? Lots of press, buyers, and potential connections. However, I only have my samples. Do I spend the $5,000? What do I do? Girl. So you really want to hear my response, right? In a nutshell, how can I say this nicely? But you told me, I did tell you that it's going to be without the fluff, right? You shouldn't be investing $5,000 in a fashion show if you don't have a marketing strategy, a business plan, or even a way to bring, when that demand comes in, how to market and fulfill your product. It's a stupid, stupid business mistake. Everyone knows in business you do not invest in such a high quantity if you don't even know how to deliver your demand or even how to market. Just because you've been invited to a fashion show doesn't mean that those buyers are just coming for you. Unless you have a really strategic plan on your website and you are selling already, either in stores or you do have buyers, the $5,000 is going to be a waste of money. In fact, if you really want to have your own showcase and you want to add, you can literally have your own showcase, less than $5,000. It can be very intimate. It can be just for your buyers, and you can call it press yourself. The point is, designers, you need to think like a business. I know lots of designers out there that will go spend thousands and thousands of dollars just to say they were in a show, but when the show comes and the show is finished, they have no sales, they have no buyers, and they have a whole bunch of samples just sitting in their room. This is a mistake that I've made in the industry long ago. When I first started, I was all about in the hype. I got to participate by the most amazing fashion shows around the world. And while there was a lot of cash I was putting out there, I did remember that this is a business, that I had to make sure that whenever I was putting out, I needed a strategy in place to bring in. So girlfriend, this is my advice to you and all the other designers out there that are ready to make it rain on these fashion show events. Fashion shows are a business. Unless you're going to be exactly on these mainstream, and even on these mainstream fashion shows, they have to pay too to be in it, and there's costs out there as well. But they have a strategy, they have a business strategy that will say, we are going to sell, we're going to invite our own buyers, and we're going to have this entire strategy from digital marketing, from print, from all different avenues, from joint ventures, to make sure that we will make the sales from that $5,000. Another thing is, if you haven't sold one thing, how are you gonna entice a buyer to buy from you? That doesn't work like that. Another thing is $5,000, you could do a lot with that $5,000, not just but understanding what your production costs are going to be, because when you are starting off, there's a lot of money that you need to put up top for production. Sampling, graphics, digitizing, or whatever the case may be. Even it can be branding. The whole point is that you need to make sure you have a plan. So don't Designers, don't go spending money and think you've already made it because a fashion show has invited you. It is amazing. It feels good and warm and fuzzy to know that a fashion show has invited you, and that's great. But if you don't have a plan, you're setting yourself for failure, because you're going to be putting all this money out, and the next thing you know, you haven't even sold anything, and your $5,000 went. So yeah, that's my advice without the fluff. Invest in strategies, invest in marketing, invest in branding, invest in things that will give you a return on investment. ROI, or you can see it on the bottom, ROI, return on investment. And if you don't know any of these business tools, you don't know how to get a return on investment on certain things, then you need to hire a coach. Or, of course, myself. But no, the point is that regardless of hiring a team, you need to be knowledgeable in how to run a business. And sometimes it can be hard for creatives. Trust me, I know. I studied business, and I wasn't even doing it to my own business when I first started. I was working for corporate America and making them lots of money. And I'm like, wait, I can do this for me. My point is, you're only as good as your sales. So forget about people writing on you, and forget about people thinking that, oh my God, you're so awesome. Oh my God, this is so great. Oh my God, I saw you. Your sales define your success. So this year in 2016, start thinking about how you're going to make that marketing plan and that strategic plan and that digital plan and all your other plans and advertising and press and getting on TV and things that will bring you return on investment. Remember, if the fashion show has tickets to be sold, it's a business. That means that the public is really going to be there. And while the public will be there, yes, they will buy your stuff. Every designer knows that wholesale is the best way to go when you are selling. So remember, fashion is a business. Ask Fabula. You can email us at brandy@fashionisAbusiness.com, where we answer your fashion, branding, and business questions without the fluff. I mean, I kind of try to keep it a little PG-13, but you know what I mean. Have a fabulous day.